Your intuition may be the most powerful gift that you have. However, you're not utilizing it or even know how to detect it. I'm Rin. Welcome to Glow Up. Here we share tools and stories that help bring joy and purpose and possibilities to your life. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple ways to recognize the signs of intuition. Carl Jung believed that intuition is one of our natural psychological functions, and some people can detect it a lot better than others. And some people don't even know they even have it. I think the reason people are not even aware of it is that there is so much distraction that it can be lost in the shuffle of life. And we all know we have distraction. And most of us were programmed to be logical. And if it didn't make sense, then it's a silly idea to follow. I believe the opposite. We need to listen, trust, and act upon it. My belief is that it comes directly from Gus. Gus to me is God, universe, and spirit to guide us toward our higher self. Into the first sign is the inner knowing. Have you ever heard someone say, I just know? I know if it's good or bad. They couldn't explain it. It could have been you, actually. So there's no doubt. It doesn't argue or even try to convince you. It's just an inner knowing. I've read that this knowing happens within 30 seconds, and right after 30 seconds, your logic brain starts to doubt it. What if I'm wrong? I don't think it makes sense. This is a really stupid idea. How will it resolve itself? So, those are the times that we need to think like, why did that come into my brain, into my heart? And just sit down with it and think about it. And sometimes it doesn't, it's not logical, but you know it's right. So, an example for me is when I moved to a tropical location during COVID. Um, I was going remote with my company. My daughter went back to school after she had a semester at home because of COVID, and I was in a cold climate, and there was no reason for me to be there. I wasn't going to see friends. I wasn't going to interact with anybody on a regular basis. It was COVID. So I took money out of my savings and I came down to Florida, and I just knew it was the right thing for me to do. Within a month, I had a place. I lived here for 3 months, had a fantastic time. So fantastic that within 6 months, I bought a place and now I've been living here full time. And it was really the best move of my life. I didn't know anyone. I didn't even know where I was going to stay. I didn't know anything. But I knew for me, it was the best move for me. Just the second way that I receive intuition is my body recognizes it. It's like my body knows something before my mind can actually process it. I've learned that our body is the messenger and not the message itself. Think about a time when you walked into a room and immediately felt very uncomfortable, or you felt, wow, I love the vibe in here. Or when you met someone who's perfectly nice, but you have a pit in your stomach, there's something not right. Or just the opposite. You meet a stranger and it's like you've been friends forever. Your body noticed something before your mind can explain it. I receive 2 kinds of signals. Some leave me energized and happy and just elated, and the other one's uneasy or my stomach hurts. I know these signals are not random. I believe it's information. And since I've been studying intuition, I know that I need to take the time to listen to it and sit down and wonder why I don't feel right about this, or I don't feel right about that conversation or that person or this opportunity or this decision I have to make. So I sit with Gus, I sit and I meditate, and normally answers come up. If they don't come up, then they will come up. So, an example of this, I talked about Florida, right? Well, I really didn't have a place to stay the first 3 months that I came down here. And I was making plans on the fly, and I saw this place online. It was during season, so everybody was here in the winter, and it was COVID, so every place was booked. It looked dark in the pictures. I did a video tour with the real estate agent, and even then, ugh, it didn't look great. But I had nowhere else to go. So I knew in my body that I didn't feel good about it, but I knew I would make it work. So when I got down here and the real estate agent met me at the condo, there were roaches everywhere. There was dirt everywhere. There was grime everywhere. It smelled. It was disgusting. And I only had to sleep there 2 nights, and then I found another place. But it wouldn't have, if I would have went with that, just that gut feeling, I would have never made it down here. Overall, my alignment was basically I had a knowing that I needed to come to Florida. Now the place that I stayed, no. But where I did move to was great. So being aligned is the third way intuition comes. For instance, when you are making a decision about something, how does it feel? Does it feel good? Even though logically it's not making sense at all, but give yourself a check. How do you feel inside about it? Is there any negative energy popping up for you? Or is it excitement and anticipation? For example, you can get a job offer, great money, the best company, but you don't feel right. There's something not right. You can't put your finger on it. You walk through a house, you want to buy it, perfect location, has everything you need. You don't feel comfortable in it. Or a relationship can check every box, everything you're looking for. There's something not right. Or on the other hand, some things feel so right inside, even though it's going to take a lot of work or out of your comfort zone, but you get excited. You want it. You could see yourself doing it. That's alignment. Number 4 is a gentle invitation. I call this the quiet nudge. Unlike the inner knowing, it's simply asking you to take a step. Maybe it's someone you suddenly feel prompt to send a message to, or a place that you want to visit, or a class you might want to take. It doesn't really always make sense, but it does keep showing up. I actually love nudges because every time I followed it, I've been led to either a new friend, a new adventure, a different opportunity, and sometimes it's magical. And a nudge is the strongest way I receive intuition. It's like my inner self yelling at me to do something, but it's really not a voice. So listen to those nudges and take the step. See where it brings you. And finally, the fifth way intuition speaks is through what Carl Jung called synchronicity. It's a meaningful coincidence or events that are too perfectly timed to be random. And I believe every day, even small synchronicities are happening. Someone calls who you were thinking about, or let's say you've been contemplating something and you're looking for the solution or the answer, and the answers are coming from strangers or content on TV or media, and random conversations. Those are small synchronicities. And it's almost as if life is trying to get your attention or bringing you something that you've been manifesting or desiring lately. What I do is I write down every synchronicity that happens to me. I put it in my journal, and I don't want to forget them. I want to be very grateful for them because I am grateful for them, but I also want to recognize them when they happen again. So take the time and listen, pause, and act when you receive any type of intuition. They are guiding us down the path of life. So let me know in the comments how you receive intuition, what happens when you have acted upon it, and let me know if you want to learn more about how to trust your intuition. Check out the video next. It's my friend Gloria. She acted upon a nudge that changed her health for the rest of her life.